Can Brian Flores finally stop Ben Johnson? It's going to be a key to the Minnesota Vikings getting the win on Monday night. This video is brought to you today by Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code ATOZ when you sign up, and make sure you stick around for my picks at the end of the weekend. Now, Minnesota Vikings are going into Soldier Field on Monday Night Football to take on the Chicago Bears. It's frustrating that they have to wait an extra day, but it also gives Brian Flores an extra day to figure out what diabolical stuff you can cook up for Ben Johnson. Hasn't gone very well for the Vikings over the course of the last 4 meetings when Brian Flores was the defensive coordinator, as the Lions have scored at least 30 points in each game. Now, the tough part is he doesn't have Jared Goff anymore, and there are some real concerns with Caleb Williams taking over in that specific offense. Now, is Ben Johnson going to use the same offense that he used in Detroit? We don't really know yet. We're going to see how that evolves over the course of the season, and Monday night's going to be our first real look. But if they do use the same offense, which it's likely it's some variation of it, how Brian Flores chooses to attack it is going to be interesting. One of the things that he did against Jared Goff was blitz, and just die a slow death of 1,000 cuts, which they had a lot of great blitz counters, quick throws to Monroe St. Brown, Sam Laporta, Jameson Williams, and they get 8 to 10 yards, and they would just keep moving the chains. Can Caleb Williams process that quickly and get the ball out on time and in rhythm against those blitzes? That's going to be a big key. Or is Flores going to take a completely different approach? They have defensive tackles that can rush the passer now in Javon Hargrave and Jonathan Allen. Last year, the Vikings had 49 sacks, tied for 5th in the National Football League, but there was one problem. 4 of them came from defensive tackles, so they had to do a lot of stunts with the NASCAR package and some elongated pressures that ended up allowing Goff to get the ball out a lot quicker. With guys in the interior who can get after the quarterback, that could make things a little bit more challenging for Johnson and the Bears. If they just run with 4 edge rushers and play zone behind it, 7 guys is a lot easier to cover than 5. You get to cover a lot more space. There's smaller windows to throw the football. And if they can get pressure quickly, which the idea is they can, then the Vikings will have a much easier time on defense. Anytime you can send 3 or 4 guys and get pressure, it makes things easier for you. Will that be the process in how Brian Flores wants to attack this version of the Ben Johnson offense? I think we'll find out. But that could end up being a huge key to getting the win, because Johnson has cooked Brian Flores' blitzes over the course of those 4 games. Even if Flores has seen success, remember, they did intercept Jared Goff twice in that final game against the Detroit Lions to decide the NFC North. So they had success. But when it comes to points, that's where Brian Flores needs to get things figured out. And getting pressure quickly with less guys is going to be the key. I'm Forness with ATOZ Sports. Let's go Vikings.